What you're about to hear is part of the Podgods Network. If you have a problem with anything you hear, please write it in an email and go fuck yourself. Enjoy the show.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Salty Language presents The Enthusiast.
Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Bryan. This is Tony joining me. I'm a mess. I should have just let you lead the show. I'm a damn mess tonight. And this is the Enthusiast number 7?
Yes, believe it or not.
Yeah, all right. I got that right at least.
Yeah.
And joining us tonight is Blu Carson.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hi, Blu.
Hi.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Bryan.
All right.
Let's talk beer.
Yes.
Thank you.
Right. That's what we do on the Enthusiast. We talk about beer.
It is actually how the Enthusiast Sideshow started. Was all about beer.
That and a joke.
To be fair.
And that's how a lot of my Disney friends are, too. So,
Joke.
you know, my book, Dark Rides, that I'm here to promote, too, has... Volume 1. Has cocktails, drinks, before every story in the book.
I saw. Yeah. Actually, I wanted to ask you about that.
Okay.
Fancy you brought it up. What inspired you to do the cocktails in front of every chapter?
Well, I just thought, what sets the mood better for reading? Because the book it's a series of 12, it's erotic Disney adventures. So it's a series of 12 of my Disney erotic adventures, stories. And I just thought, what sets the mood better than to have a nice cocktail before something like that? And so I searched high and low for appropriate Disney cocktails to theme with each story and the location or what they're about. Like the first story it takes place on the Pirates ride, and I have a Captain's Rum Rudder as the drink that goes with it. So, things like that. So, and I know a lot of people who enjoy sexy stories also like booze, funny enough.
Huh.
True.
And welcome to the Enthusiast.
Thank you. I feel right at home.
Yep.
Now, did you try all the cocktails? Because I'm a big fan of cocktails, too. In addition to beer.
Tony, just booze. Just
booze, yeah.
You're an alcoholic. Just go ahead and say it. It's fine.
Maybe. I don't know. Don't tell my liver that.
I've tried most of them, but not actually all of them.
Right.
So, but I have a couple favorites. So when I want to go back and I'm like, I'm going to try this one, I end up kind of going back to my favorites. Like there's one called a Lapu Lapu it's a big pineapple full of, they serve it in a full pineapple with a little umbrella. It's very vacation-y.
Right.
And so it's all rum and stuff, but the top of it has a float of 151 on it.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
Yeah,
it is, and it's wonderful. And I actually call it getting Lapu Lapu'd.
I can believe that.
Right. I
have a luau story that goes along with it. See?
Oh.
It's a beachy luau story that matches the pineapple drink that's served at the Polynesian resort. It's themed wonderfully. So...
Oh. That sounds like Booze City, a pineapple full of rum with 151,
right,
and an umbrella.
Yes.
See, I was on Ladies' Night Show, and the guys made that drink on there, and they did not have umbrellas.
Oh, so they didn't make the drink then, because obviously the umbrella makes the drink.
It's true.
I think there's a slight fail happening there.
Oh, yeah,
but not all of them. It was only Bryan's fault.
Oh,
so
not me either.
But yeah, if you go to my blog, Blu Carson, no E, just BLU, blucarson.blogspot.com, you'll see pictures I put up of a lot of readers have posted pictures of the book and some of the cocktails from the book.
I saw that you had the tipsy bartender too.
Yes.
That's a big get. That guy's huge on YouTube.
Tipsy Bartender, I sent him a copy of my Dark Rides book. And yeah, he's got like 7 million something followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
His Facebook, I know, has over 7 million. I'm not sure where he's at Twitter. But I sent him the book, and he messaged me, and we were talking a little bit, and I started kind of going, how do I know this is really you? And so he took that picture holding my book.
Oh,
and,
that'll do it.
Yeah, he took a picture holding my book and held it up, and I went, well, holy shit. Well, how you doing, Sky? And then, I just put up a little post on my blog about him and put the photos there too. So, yeah. So everybody, message Tipsy Bartender, tell him how wonderful he is and that he needs to help me come up with drinks for Volume 2.
I'm sure he's all in because that man seems to be able to, take random bottles and make magic out of it. It's crazy.
He's pretty wonderful. I get a kick out of him. I've been watching him for a long time.
Right.
So I've liked him long before I had a book. So.
Well, what's your favorite cocktail overall? Like in the book, out of the book, whatever?
Oh, goodness. I have been discovering some new things lately. Apparently being a writer helps you, and it encourages your drinking habits.
Well, all the greats do it, right?
It must be a thing because I think I've drank more since this book came out since I did before. You know what I enjoyed a couple weeks ago for the first time was whiskey.
Oh,
nice.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I had never really done that before, and I got a cigar from Sosa's at Downtown Disney.
That sounds great.
Now,
I'll
tell you, you said you're going to be joining our pal Rambo this coming Monday, and he is a man who enjoys his whiskey and cigars. So,
is he?
Oh, for sure. He used to work in a bar, so.
And, well, I'm not sure if this is authentic. Tell me if this is authentic, because I got it's Seagram 7 Dark Honey. So it's one of the honey ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I put it on ice and added some water to it, and it was way easier to drink than I remember any whiskey I've ever tasted before. I've never been able to get past a sip before.
Right.
Those honey whiskeys are pretty sweet. They're almost too sweet for me because sugar really jacks me up.
Right.
Yeah,
they're pretty good. Yeah.
It was surprisingly tasty, and with the cigar, it was really that was the most relaxing day I think I've had in quite a while.
It's funny. I just sent a text out to my boys earlier tonight. It's been getting warmer up here in the Mitten State, 40 degrees. Feels like a heat wave.
Yeah, balmy. Yeah.
And I've just been craving a cigar and whiskey night now.
Yeah.
So it's funny you bring this up.
Yep.
It's making me want to just run out and buy, fill up my humidor again.
Well, had I known, we could have all planned, and I would have sat on my patio while we recorded this. Because I just got some more. Bottle.
Cigars and whiskey.
Yeah, I have quite a bit of whiskey in my place. I keep acquiring bottles of whiskey somehow.
It's true.
Come on over. I've got a guest room.
Hop on a plane, Brian.
All right, fine.
I'll hold the show till then.
See ya. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 2 cigars right now, I think. So
that's all right. I'm not big on the cigars, so I'm okay with that. I'll just drink more whiskey.
Okay. So,
I'm telling you,
do you like
out.
the honey kind?
I'll drink it. I prefer just regular whiskey, or like the cherry whiskey over the honey, but that's just me. So I actually like to mix the cherry whiskey with
the cherry,
whatever's involved. Yeah, there's was it Red Stag is one, and
the bourbon, the black cherry bourbon, or whatever.
Yep.
I have tried that. Somebody told me to put it in lemonade.
I think that's pretty good.
One of the Disney drinks they have, I think they put that in lemonade.
I'm gonna have to remember to get some lemonade.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Some new version of Crazy Lemonade.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, you'd be surprised how boozy Disney is.
Well, I mean, the parents need something.
Well, they have a food and wine festival.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair enough.
And I think there are just as many beers there as there are wines during it. They even have this last year they had a big craft beer like building of craft beers and some snacks and stuff in it that was dedicated to just like, instead of being a beer stand, they now had a beer building.
Wow. See, that would make me put on like mouse ears and get nutty.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Tony, we got something planned now.
Yeah, but last year they changed the sizes at the festival. You used to be able to get, what is it? Like they have like a, like little like sampler sizes, and then they've got kind of a normal. Glasses. Yeah, then they've got like a normal size, and then they've got like the 22 ounce and the little collector cup kind of thing. And they got rid of the big ones, and it was all the little sample sizes last year. Then.
See, so, I want to walk around with the collector cup full of beer.
Well, they still have those like at the with the regular ones. Like if you go to the UK and Epcot, you can still get like a Guinness, and you can get, whatever, was it Bass and all the other ones. There's a puppy.
Yeah, apparently someone's coming into my house or something.
Yeah.
My dog is going bananas.
Is it Rambo from the other show?
No.
It might be. He rode his bike all the way up here.
He'd come in a window.
I'm assuming it's my wife. But man, my dog, when I don't need her to bark, she barks constantly. Good Lord.
It's like there's somebody robbing the house you couldn't have spoken up.
Right.
But when I'm recording a show, you're...
Yeah, exactly.
You need to talk.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Yeesh.
Funny.
Like craft beer building sounds awesome. Yeah. I wish they still had the larger size because that would make things even nuttier.
Right.
Wait, do they have mouse ears that you can fill with beer and drink out of them?
If not, time helmets? To get the engineering degree, Tony.
I know.
I'm going to have to consult some friends and see, because I know that they have like, the baby carriers that you carry the baby in front of you.
Right.
And that's filled with booze.
Wow, that's awesome.
There's no real baby in it. It's just the carrier.
Nice.
Just a booze baby.
I like that.
It's like yeah, exactly. I'm just a good dad,
Oh man, that's such a great idea to get the Bjorn. Just get like a doll and just hollow it out and just fill it with whiskey and just twist the head off the thing and just taking nips from it all day.
Google it. It's out there. Oh. I have friends who do that. So they've got the handle on.
That's how you know you've hit professional level of drinking.
I mean, I've seen the things for like the wine bra and like the beer belly, and you can strap. Yeah. I've seen those, but I've never seen the Bjorn. That's awesome.
Actually, when you were talking about Tipsy Bartender, he had a video on recently. What was the company called? Binocktails. Because it's like a combination of binoculars and cocktails.
Oh, okay.
It's binoculars, and they have purses, cameras, cell phones, binoculars, everything that have little hidden compartments that you open them and they've got booze.
Oh,
yeah. I saw some
perfect
of those
for college football.
Yeah, well, perfect for college anything.
All right, good point.
This is perfect for college.
Yeah.
So I think there are a lot of smuggle tricks to be had out there. So great for theme parking.
I just prefer the old flask, because that just says I don't give a shit about hiding it.
Yeah, the old school metal flask.
Yep.
I don't know if you can get in anywhere with that, though.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Well, it's not like they really frisk you. There's something to be said for having a large bra.
Right. I agree. Wait. What? I'm an ample gentleman.
It's for back support. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Slip discs and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
My publisher did Leonard Kinsey, he did a vlog on, he had there were little packets of rum, I believe. They were just little like flat plastic packets that you could like slip into your socks and everything, down the side of your sock.
Like a ketchup packet, but boozy?
Oh my God.
Yeah, only it held like an ounce and a half or an ounce or something like that in each one of them. And you could just, slip them in your jacket pocket or stick them, wherever.
I want them to be connected. So like
They were.
So I could have a bandolier of them?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they were.
Yes.
That's a new Rambo costume.
Whiskey bandoliers.
He said it was kind of crappy rum, but it gets the job done.
Well, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
wow.
I forget what they're called. I wish I could remember what they're called.
I feel like we're behind in the game. You know?
Googling.
Google away. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I feel like we're behind in the game, Tony. I don't know if our commitment level's where it should be.
Well, it's because we're old enough to just we blatantly take booze wherever.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Well, you have no need
we kind of always did.
to conceal.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, I'm seeing vodka packets, rum packets.
I've never thought as vodka or rum as a condiment, but I am now.
Yeah, right?
Hot buttered rum packets, whiskey, vodka, alcohol sachets.
I don't like calling them that, but...
Sounds pretty fancy, though.
Yeah. I like bandolier better.
You have to sachet when you're drinking it.
The link is broken.
Oh.
So.
That's too damn bad. Maybe, someone higher up than us got involved. I'm like, this is a terrible idea.
Shut it
People
down.
are sneaking booze everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Oh, no. I was like, Amazon, what? Porta shots. That doesn't sound good.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Something awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
They look like Capri Sun.
That is perfect.
See, that's one thing I've been saying for a long time is we need adult juice boxes.
Yeah. They have them for wine.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not a huge wine guy.
Just saying.
I had some like frozen something or other at Epcot that was like that. It was in like the stab a straw in it.
Right.
I remember it was boozy enough, but it was super sugary.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I don't want the sugar.
Tongue was a very odd shade of red.
It's like eating a Jolly Rancher.
Oh, yeah. It was, I'm like, this is not natural. This is not natural at all.
Ugh.
So, I can't remember what the brand was, but yeah, I mean, just look up, pocket shots, porta shots, any of that stuff if you need. I mean, can't you find some really good Ziplocs and just pour in your own?
I guess, yeah, you really could.
I've seen they sell like plastic bladders, if you want to call them, that you can fill with booze that you can take on when you go on like a cruise because they don't show up on X-rays, so you can smuggle booze in that way. So they make them. You just got to find them.
My luck would be the thing would leak.
That's what I thought too, because I've seriously considered like, I could take like a full bar of me. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
But what if? Yeah. What if?
Yeah.
I just hit the island and spend my hard-earned American dollars under island beer.
Right.
Easy to carry, 7 flavors, goes anywhere. Pocket shots. Honey cinnamon. I don't know
about that.
I don't know if that sounds very good.
No, I'm busy that day.
Yeah.
No, I'm fascinated by it now, though.
Yeah.
So,
This
I mean,
sounds
not
like
that I
something-
don't have a book to promote on here or anything.
Right, but this sounds like something we should do for a future episode, Tony. We need to procure some of these. And,
test them.
Yeah. And
I could have sworn they were connected. Maybe they weren't.
we need some mouse ears, though. We'll do that, and then we'll wear mouse ears and just do pocket shots.
You could easily connect them with a little bit of tape.
That's not the same. I want to buy them that way.
Why don't you, Brian, get an actual bandolier and put the shots in them, you
okay.
dope.
That's all right. That's fine then.
All right. Moving on.
I guess.
All right. Back to the book. What got you into writing anyway?
I'm actually not a writer.
Okay.
This is a total, just one of those things in life, weird life experiences. And part of me feels bad because I know so many people who write books, spend years creating this baby, because it does become your baby when you write a book. And, they're going from publisher to publisher trying to make something happen. Meanwhile, I saw my publisher wrote a book called Dark Side of Disney, which is kind of an adult travel guide. It'll teach you how to smuggle some booze into the park and have sex in the park and go backstage in places in the park and do all kinds of bad things that are not recommended you ever do at a theme park.
Right. Unless you want to have fun.
Right.
Possibly. It's a best-selling book.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Yes.
I actually had heard of that book. I don't remember how or why, but I've heard of that book like before. And I actually, when I was looking at your book on Amazon, it was, in the bottom, it was like, people also bought this, and, and I was like, I've heard of that somewhere, but I have no idea where. So
well, it's been out for quite a few years.
Yeah.
It's pretty popular. But I had read it a few years ago, and when I read it, I was like, this guy needs to be my new best friend. And last year, he released another book. He's got a couple of novels out also that are kind of Disney sci-fi. Some have some weird, like, drug stuff happening in them, but they're all interesting. They're very interesting and very different takes on things, and, there's, some exploding stuff and all kinds of things. So, yeah, if you go to Bamboo Forest Publishing, the store there, you'll see all kinds of authors with different unique things like that with Disney. My book's there too. But, yeah, I saw his stuff, and it was so interesting, and then he came out with this new book, and he was doing the podcast rounds, kind of like I am now, and I saw him on Twitter, and I started talking to him a little bit, and somehow I kind of started pitching the idea of my book and saying, what do you think about some stories of erotica that take place in Disney that still showcase the parks, showcase details, are very realism-based stories. It's not, Mickey and Minnie screwing in the park and stuff.
Right. Or the orgy scene in It's a Small World, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is even wrong because that's kids and stuff, so yeah.
It's a little more
hilarious.
It's a little more about, reaching up a skirt in the middle of a dark ride kind of thing.
Right, as is tradition, yeah.
As is tradition.
It's no different than going to the movie theaters when you're a teenager.
Yeah. Or mid-30s.
Or mid-30s. Or last week. Whatever.
Just keeping the magic alive.
Exactly.
That's what I'm doing.
Right.
Making the world a happier place.
Exactly.
So I had proposed to him about, writing a story that takes place in the parks, that is inspired fantasy of what some adults may do in the park. And he said, well, write me something. And I wrote a page of stuff, gave it to him, sweated over it, going, what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. And, I knew what I wanted to say, but, handed it to him, and he just goes, now give me the rest of the story. So I gave him the rest of that tale, and then he said, write me 12 more. And lo and behold, here came the book.
Wow, nice.
So, yeah, it started as a pitch, and apparently I wrote well enough to back it up.
Now, did you ever write anything else before, just kind of as a hobby, or?
No, I'm a college-educated person.
Right.
I have a degree, and I have written like that, but I have nothing published anywhere.
Wow, right on.
Nothing like that. So, and I'm still kind of coming to terms with, whoa, I have a book published. Right. So it's only been out a couple months, so it's all very new experience that I'm enjoying. I'm still not really sure how to even explain the book because it's different from anything else that's out there. That's why my publisher was looking for something like this.
Right.
Because, like I said, it's very realistic stories that are unique, but there's a lot of fun banter in them. There's a lot of Disney nostalgia. Been going there since the parks open. A lot of details. Right. You'll be able to read the story and know exactly where you are in the parks, the rides, the resorts. You'll It's very detailed.
It's like I read the first chapter that was on the Amazon Look, and that was one of the things that I thought was really interesting about it was how detail oriented you were with the park. You know, how you could tell that it's somebody who spends time there, who really enjoys time there. You know, that it wasn't, you know, you weren't just using it as, you know, just as a backdrop. You know? No.
So. It's my favorite place in the world. Right. So what better place to have adventures than my favorite, most relaxing place in the world?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I mean, I've seen some other books out there. I mean, there are some, like, sci-fi ones that are set in the parks and things that are popular and possibly endorsed by Disney, that when I read them, I'll get lost because I can tell that the author is not super familiar with the parks. They're using it as just a gimmick. You're not going to get lost with my book.
Right.
You know, I live there. You know, it's like describing my backyard to somebody.
Right.
And so that's fun. And I've had a lot of people who haven't been to Disney read it and enjoy it, or get the audiobook. You know, I read the audiobook for it.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, so if you're a lazy savage, you can get that instead.
If you're lazy and you want to hear me talk dirty to you.
Or that, yeah.
So
also that.
It's true. Your voice is much better than mine if someone's going to listen to dirty talk. So
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't really want to hear myself talk dirty to myself. It's kind of weird, you know.
I haven't listened to myself doing it either, but it seems to be rather popular, and based on how sales of the audio are going, I recommend everybody get the audiobook soon, or else I'm going to switch it to $2.99 a minute.
Now, can I recommend that people with the audiobook, they put on the specific chapter and then ride that ride? It's like a full experience.
You can do that. I don't know if it'll time exactly. Some of them may actually come close, though.
I feel like when you get those headsets in a museum, you know,
right.
You can walk around, it's like, oh, this painting was, you know, it'd be great.
I'm going to go out. I was going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is way more like, you know, way more fun to experience than those at the museum. Those are pretty dry and boring.
Yeah, sometimes they're pretty depressing.
Right, and dry is not a word that I think pertains here. So, you know.
Mm-mm.
Damn it. I was almost like, if I may go blue, and then I was like, wait, I have to stop myself here because I'm stepping in all the holes.
All the holes, yeah.
That's
Good job,
covered too.
Stepping in them? All right, I'm getting the book just to read that. That's a weird foot fetish.
Well, I'm going to go on a limb, pirate ride, peg leg. Maybe, right. I don't know.
Oh, yikes.
Spoiler alert, that doesn't happen, but right. Volume 2, I'm making a note.
I was going to say, if not, Tony and I are going to have to, you know, we're going to start writing our own, and this is going to be really weird. We're going to be like a two-man tandem, and we're writing erotic novels that have nothing to do with anything we've experienced at Disney.
It's true. Yes, the last time I was at Disney, I think I was like 10.
Yeah, I was 12.
I sure hope I don't get that sort of experience out
there. This is a very different adult, over 18.
I would hope so.
Experience.
Yeah. Right.
So there is a story called "Come Here, Little Boy," but he was very much old enough.
We just want to leave some awkward silence there. No.
Yeah.
I was watching Tony's face. He was processing.
Trying.
Yeah.
Trying not to break.
Right.
He was processing what may have happened.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think, like, what did my uncle do?
No, Tony. No,
go to my blog. I posted some pictures that go with that story.
Polaroids.
Possibly. There are definitely a few photos from that story that will help you with the visualization of the events that occur.
Excellent.
Yeah, fair enough.
Uh-huh.
So are you gonna stick with the Disney like themed books then? Or are you gonna eventually branch out in some other themed erotica, or who knows?
Well, I don't know. I mean, my publisher specializes in offbeat Disney-related things.
Right.
So, I mean, I would probably keep things in that genre. And, I mean, Walt Disney World is 43 square miles, 4 parks, 2 water parks, 30 resorts. There's a lot of area to cover.
That's fair. You got plenty of material.
Right. Yeah. But, I mean, some people have mentioned there's a new Orlando Eye opening soon, which is one of those big, like, Ferris wheel looking things that's like a half-hour ride around that's, you know, goes really high so you can get a view of the city, and is really slow, and you kind of get your own little compartment as you ride around.
Oh, boy.
You know, private compartment. And some people have recommended that. I think it's like $30 a person to ride it or something like that. It's quite expensive. So I might have to have somebody fund me to do the research for this.
Right.
Yeah, you might want to wipe down the seats first.
Yeah,
if it's 30
that.
minutes, you're all by yourself.
Jeez.
Oof.
Well,
Oh, I guess you could do solo.
right. It's kind of it's like going to the gym. You know, you should probably wipe it down
wipe
before
down
and
the
after. Yeah. just to be safe. You don't want MRSA in your nethers or worse. So yeah.
I'm also like thinking of another project. I don't know, you know, if this is going to happen or not, but I'm kind of gauging interest for it now. You know how, you know, the letters to Penthouse?
Yeah.
And, you know, people sending in their own experiences. Since this book came out, I have an enormous amount of people write to me and want to tell me about experiences they've had. And I've had enough people that I put a page on my blog called Dark Ride's Diary, so that readers who are interested in sharing have a little bit of exhibitionist in them, and other readers who are a bit of a voyeur would like to read can go and post their stories. And I've had a few people post some stories of different adventures, not necessarily everything happening in Disney. You know, a lot of them are just their own adventures. I've had one girl post several stories on there that are quite detailed and have, you know, a bit of that 50 Shades element to them. So there's a lot of that going on, and I'm considering doing a reader's contribution Dark Ride's Diary book. Maybe if we get enough people who would like to submit stories and be published in a compilation work, that might be something fun to put out there. I mean, Letters to Penthouse has been popular for how many years, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Right.
And it just seems like so many people have stories of things that they do. So it's quite fascinating.
Yeah, I can see that working too. I mean, as many people go to Disney, you know, there's got to be some freaks out there doing some stuff.
Right, right.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
Oh, I imagine.
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
There are a lot. There are as many people, I think, being freaks doing adult activity as there are potentially smuggling booze in. So
What? Who would do such a thing?
I know.
Shame.
Shame
I
on them.
would never, ever encourage anyone to do such things.
Nope.
I mean, this is merely fantasy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't smuggle it in unless it's, you know, already in me. Because, you know, I just drink a bunch before we go to the park.
There's no full cavity, body cavity search
exactly
happening.
Yeah. Like, I keistered a 12-pack. Like, whoa, all right. You know they
those are all
sell
yours,
beer.
buddy.
Yeah. Even
Like,
better.
man, this beer tastes like ass.
Oh, man.
You know, you could cover both stories with that.
Right? Yeah.
It's true.
Like, and they're bottles, not cans. So,
Wow, hardcore.
yeah.
Oh, man. Instead of one guy, one jar, it's one guy, 12 bottles.
Oh, jeez. I don't know.
Oh,
man.
Whoa! I have flashback. I remember that video.
Oh, that was I know. I think I just got a little ill.
Yeah. Way to take it down, Tony.
That's what
we were
I do.
having fun talking about keistering some beers, and then you had to turn it dark.
Yeah. I'm an ass.
Nice. Keistering is a word?
It is now.
Sure.
Yeah,
like lapu-lapuing is a word.
Yeah.
It's getting lapu-lapued.
Right. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't recommend keistering beers, by the way. That's probably a bad call.
Yes.
Yeah.
This show, Blu Carson, and all affiliates, we need a disclaimer.
Yeah, we need the
do
lawyer.
not in any way condone or encourage the keistering of beer.
Keistering beer.
To do so is at your own risk.
Right, absolutely. We do not endorse or condone, exactly.
I'm learning disclaimers with the stuff I write. You have to...
Yeah, good call.
Yep, good point. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah,
and you have to say the word allegedly a lot.
Yeah, I actually noticed that when I was reading the first chapter or whatever. I can't remember. There was like part of it. I think it shows like the intro pages of the book and stuff. And I actually was reading the we don't condone all the stuff. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense that needs to be there because otherwise, well, they told me to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the shows I was on. I want to say it was Quadcast. He was asking me about. I don't know. Somebody was asking me about. Well, what do you say to people who, like, with the 50 Shades movie, or the books or whatever? I guess there was a guy who, I don't know, hurt his girlfriend or did something and said, "Oh, I read the books or I watched the movie or whatever, and then I hurt her." And I said, "That's the same as saying I listened to rock music and that made me kill those people." Mm-hmm. It's like, no, you're an adult. You're an adult. You know right from wrong. Don't do it.
Well, I will say this. Right. The lure of Satan when I play my rock records backwards is pretty strong, though. So, I mean...
Exactly. It's you can only do so much.
Yeah.
You can only resist so much.
Yeah, you can't as much as you'd like to. You prepare for stupidity, but you can't eradicate it. So,
if only.
Yeah. Well, I don't even want to say stupidity because, whatever. But, if people want to take these risks, they're taking risks,
Right.
Because if you get caught, you're going to get removed from the park, I would assume.
Yeah, you're probably going to get trespassed, which means you're never coming back again.
Jerks.
Ever. But you can go to Disneyland. Apparently you get kicked out of Disney World. It doesn't affect Disneyland. So, Like,
fine, I'm going to Universal.
Yeah, just fine. I'm going to Universal. They have Harry Potter. And just leave and go do that.
Exactly.
Ugh,
those lines. Yeah. That's where we went when I went to Florida a couple years ago. We went to Universal, and it was before this new Harry Potter section that's in there now, which I've heard is way worse as far as the lines go. But
Zygon Alley stuff.
Oh, man. We were told to, Rambo actually told us, he's like, if you're going to Harry Potter, go do that first. He's like, because that, as the day goes on, just gets worse and worse. And he was not wrong. It's insane by middle of the day.
I'm not sure what the line levels are now. I mean, I know when it first opened, it was crazy. I don't know how it's adjusted since.
Enough of that.
Everyone loves that Harry Potter.
Yeah. I sure
Seems
did.
to be popular.
Yeah.
Now, if my book could sell as much as that and get turned into a theme park attraction,
wouldn't
that be fun?
Yeah.
Wow. I think you have to go to Reno or something for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you'd have to have a state with special laws for that,
Yeah.
It is, yes, probably. If you want the red line happy ending version.
Right. Yes, of course.
If you want the no spin version, it might be okay. But if you want the full e-ticket attraction, then yes, we're going to need a special location for this, and possibly a few bribes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Probably.
With government agencies, yes.
Nah.
We're scouting out all the illegal activity tonight on this show.
Right, as we do.
Yeah, well, the enthusiast.
Yeah. Hey. Come
this
try
is
not
all
to get
just
arrested.
banter and speculation.
Absolutely, as it always is. Yeah, we don't condone or recommend.
No. This is all just drunken banter among friends. I'm not drinking, but I'm still going to qualify myself.
I'm having beer, but I'm not drunk. So,
with all the cocktail talk we're doing, I feel like I should be, but I also just have water.
Also, you have a bar right behind you.
I thought I saw you with a beer a minute ago.
No, it's just a big old glass of water.
Yeah. You can pretend it's vodka, Tony.
I mean, Grey Goose.
There you go. Okay. Or gin or something, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a big glass that's similar of clear. I just put Everclear in the glass.
Exactly. See, everybody's drinking. Hey.
Hey.
Everybody's happy.
It's just straight Everclear. Well, and I put like a slice of lime, because you can't drink that stuff straight.
Oh God.
Ugh.
Nope.
Sure can't blow
or
fireballs.
It's water.
Yeah.
It goes down like water, though.
We at The Enthusiast do not condone or recommend the drinking of water.
It's spring water. It's filtered.
Healthy and stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
You gotta occasionally throw some water in there.
Looking at you guys, I still feel like I need a beard and glasses.
Yeah. We generally require anyone who comes on the show to put a beard and glasses on. Kind of like, a swanky restaurants, you have to put a jacket on and a tie maybe. We require a beard and glasses. But...
It would be great if a package showed up in the mail and just had a beard and glasses.
Yeah, my post office box is on my blog. Somebody send me a beard and glasses. So if I come back on the show, I'll be ready.
Exactly.
Because I feel naked right now.
All right, Tony.
That would be awesome.
If we ever get to where we're a big show, that's our goal. Whoever's coming on, we send them a beard and glasses for the show.
Beard and glasses.
Yeah. Like these are required.
Yeah.
I would still be like incognito. It would be my disguise.
Well, beard and glasses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now,
we're not going to tell you how you have to wear the beard. You could, put it on top of your head so it covers your face entirely if you'd like. It's totally
now, do
your
I
choice.
have to go with the flannel look that Tony is sporting or the superhero look?
We'll leave that to you. You could go with either.
I mean, we are generally, geeks at heart and love our superheroes. So,
Right.
I mean, I could
also
double
both like
up
flannel.
I could have the superhero shirt with the flannel over top of it.
Right.
So
there you go.
I don't know. Is that too
Nah, it's
sexy?
Fine. Nah, it's
is that
fine.
too much?
Nah, it's fine.
No.
Nah, we're all right with that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to ask: are you like a closeted geek of superheroes or comics or anything like that, or is it not really your speed?
I'm not really, but the Holly G, who did my cover art for my book Dark Rides, she and her husband own Broadsword Comics, and they do some fabulous work. She used to work doing Archie.
What is her
Veronica.
husband's name?
Her husband is Jim Ballant.
Ah, that's why I know Broadsword Comics. Okay.
Yes, he worked for DC Comics doing Batman and Catwoman.
Yeah, I was going to say he was known mostly for Catwoman from DC.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just did a Catwoman, what they call it, a variant thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they just did something like that, and
that's why it's all familiar.
they're
to me.
pretty amazing. So yeah, check out Broadsword Comics. You guys should have them on. They're really awesome. Holly's been on a show with me, but yeah, she did the cover art on my book, and she also did on my blog. I have a people can just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, or if you buy the signed books, I'll throw in a couple Dark Rides Adventurer VIP member cards. And they're cards that have all the cocktails from the book on the back, and on the front the front has artwork that Holly did. It's the Blu Carson caricature of Blue in a little hula outfit, and you get your little membership card. And we do challenges. Right now we're doing a bottoms-up challenge, which is anybody who wants to take pictures of the different drinks from the book with my book or with the front of the Kindle or whatever, And if you send the pictures in, whoever does all 13 drinks from the book, the first people are going to win either a copy of Dark Side of Disney or a signed copy of my book. And then we have little challenge certificates and stuff. A lot of interactive reader stuff going on the blog that encourages booziness.
Perfect.
Well, unfortunately, we can't get behind that. So no.
Holly did the artwork on the cards too, and they're equally as gorgeous as the cover of the book. So,
nice, very cool.
Yes. Yeah. So she's definitely she's getting me interested in a lot of the geeky comic stuff.
This picture of your contest has a gin and tonic. Delicious.
It certainly does.
Yes, that's my publisher.
Oh.
His drink. That's the Blaine McKinnon gin and tonic.
It should be called the McKinnon tonic. Come on.
I
agree. It's because that's the name of a character from his book, Our Kingdom of Dust, which is a kind of drug-induced Disney trip. And
so like a normal trip to Disney, right? Interesting
tale. And that character is a crossover character into my book. So
right on.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, and his Bamboo Forest Publishing, he calls it the Bambooniverse, and a lot of the authors have crossover characters into other books. So I pulled his character from his book into that tale. So
nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's his custom gin and tonic. That is super special recipe. Super special one.
I am a fan of a gin and tonic. Mm-hmm. It's right up my alley.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
Well, this one is super special. It's very specific gins, specific tonics, key limes. You have to be.
Well, Florida, you got to have a key lime, right?
Sure.
I mean,
it's his drink. You have to.
Yeah.
Right.
But apparently, at the Bellevue Lounge at the Boardwalk at Disney, they are happy to make that particular G&T for you. So I qualified as a Disney drink for that reason.
That's fair. Yeah.
So,
geez, it really sounds like I need to get to Disney.
You do. You should come down for a Food and Wine Festival for the beers.
I just love
they're having
Tony's
Flower and
reason
Garden
to go
now.
is booze.
What's that?
I just love that Tony's reason to go to Disney is booze.
Well,
that is a lot of people. I was tagging you on Twitter to some people who, we would get along with there.
I just, I just rides and drinks.
Right.
I mean, I have enough fun when I'm just walking.
Right, Tony, don't forget adventures, because if you're drinking, we know the squirrel's going to come out, so adventures will be
squirrel.
had.
I thought it was the raccoon.
Yeah, well, whatever. That's what I meant.
What rabid creature is going to appear?
No, you're the squirrel when you drink, when you're on adventures, because you're just looking to bury your nuts. There, I saved myself.
Fair enough.
That was a close one. No, Tony, when he drinks, he becomes a raccoon because he grabs everything.
I tend to root through things that I'm not supposed to, and
find you face down in a trash can or what?
It wouldn't shock me, honestly.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I still have a hat up here that I pilfered from a train.
Yeah, I'm going to say we can't allow you into any of the shops.
No, probably not. Well, it depends on how much he's had to drink.
Yeah, I'm generally well behaved until you hit that certain point, and then it's. Yeah,
then
it's like a full moon comes out.
Yeah, then he starts karate kicking wet floor signs, and
Have you ever had frozen beer?
Do you mean like beer that's the lines are so cold it's got ice crystals in it, or like actual like beer slushy?
Closer to beer slushy.
Right.
They have a frozen beer in Japan at Epcot, and from what I understand, it's kind of normal beer, but the head of the beer, when they put it on, is like frozen foam.
I can't say I've ever had that.
No.
Okay. I haven't found anybody to say whether or not they really enjoy that yet, and I really don't want to, Disney alcohol prices are not exactly inexpensive.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that I want to invest in something I'm going to take one sip of and be extremely...
I have your answer.
What?
You set up a GoFundMe for one frozen beer. Because I almost guarantee you'll get funded.
It's awfully complicated. I was just going to hit up some tourist who was buying one. And,
I guess there's that too.
Try and smile sweetly and look desperate and parched.
See, you have to understand, my perspective is, a guy, so no one's ever buying me drinks. So,
I don't want them to buy me a drink. I want them to already be buying their own, but just give me the first sip so I can just try it.
That's fair.
And see whether I want my own then.
Just take it from someone. Just stand in line, and when someone gets one, just take it right out of their hand and drink it. Because odds are they'll just...
Oliver Twist. Be like, please, sir.
Tony, let me ask you a question. You're standing in line to get a frozen beer, right?
Okay. Yep.
They go to hand you the frozen beer. An attractive lady takes said frozen beer from you and drinks it. Takes the first sip and hands it to you. How do you react?
I'll be like, that one's yours. Order another one.
See? There you go. Problem solved. Now, if a guy does it, how do you react?
Well, I'd probably be a tiny bit upset.
Right.
And I have to size the gentleman up first.
You have to assess the situation.
He's 4 inches taller than I am.
Yeah. He's got he has 3 inches of reach more than I do. You're like running down like a UFC card on the guy.
Exactly.
Okay. Hey, how many fights have you been in your life?
He's holding a turkey leg in one hand.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with that guy.
No, respect the turkey leg.
Right, he just clubs you over the head with it.
Yeah.
Or the raccoon comes out and you just attack the turkey leg.
Also possible. Because if I'm ordering a frozen beer, odds are I've been drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You've already pre-gamed before you get to the frozen beer stage.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I've never had the privilege of going to Epcot. When we went, we didn't make it to the giant golf ball, so I have no idea the layout.
What that?
Yeah.
If you read my story, see somebody got slapped for calling it that.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, way to go! Way to offend the guest, dummy.
No, it was in the middle of them fucking, but whatever.
Oh.
Well, that's different. Then it's fair game. Then
still finished.
Yeah.
Sometimes a slap helps.
Try chapter, I think it's 4 in the book.
Nicely played, Tony. Nicely played.
I agree.
Yeah.
Look at chapter 4.
Chapter 4. There you go.
Adventure 4. Sorry, that's more accurate.
I guess along the lines of frozen beer, I have had beer floats, which are pretty good. It's like a root beer float, but like a nice chocolatey stout. Oh, they're pretty good.
I was going to say, I've heard the Guinness, kind of ice cream Guinness combo. Yeah, and I love a Guinness. I love a Guinness.
You should try a Guinness float. They're pretty tasty.
I've also found, in addition to my newly found honey whiskey enjoyment, I've also found that the Trader Joe's around here has a chocolate stout. And I don't normally like chocolate stouts. For some reason, I don't know why, because I love Guinness, I love chocolate. You'd think that I would like them together, but I don't usually. But this one is very, very, very good. It's very good. And it comes in very large bottles.
Even better.
Yeah. I say, they just announced they're going to be putting a Trader Joe's in around us. Wait. No, it's a Whole Foods. Damn it.
Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. It is a Whole Foods. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
If I was going to get all happy and get some of that, whatever they call it, Trader Joe beer. I know they have like $2 chuck and all that.
Right. Yeah, they've got the cheap wine, and they've got all kinds of generic beers and everything you can get. There's quite the selection.
Beer festival at your house, Tony.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's not a Trader Joe's opening though.
No.
Yeah.
Wah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
If Whole Foods had beer, it'd be like $9 million a bottle, so that's not going to help.
Oh, I'm sure they will. It'll be like, vegan, gluten-free. I don't know.
Look at
beer.
The disgusted head shake there. It could be good.
I'm not even going to lie. When we were at Beer Fest, I saw one of the places they actually had on their sign, it said vegan beers. I just walked right past their booth.
I know they had some kind of like vegan wine and stuff. I didn't realize that wine wasn't vegan. I'm thinking, grapes.
What? I wonder, maybe the yeast?
I'm not sure. I didn't really investigate it.
I don't know.
I didn't investigate it too much.
Yeah,
but
that blows my mind a little.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to Google again. I don't want to Google again.
No, that's fine. I just what makes it non-V? It's got to be the yeast.
No, but see, now I want to know, and that's going to make me want to Google. Somebody else has to Google.
I think Brian's Googling.
Yeah, Brian's Googling.
This is why I need Minions.
Right? That's what we keep saying.
Yeah, I agree. Minions would be awesome.
I just, a few hours a week of Minion duty. That's what I need.
Well, I'm sure if you throw some on Craigslist, you'll get somebody to show up.
Oh. All right.
Minions who won't rip off my skin after.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, then
it's I have standards for the minions.
Okay, here we go. This is
minimum standards.
This is from, and I feel dirty that I'm using their website, but this is from PETA, and many people don't know that during the winemaking process, the liquid is filtered through substances called fining agents. Blah 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 stuff. Those popular animal-derived fining agents used in the production of wine include blood and bone marrow, casein, which is milk protein, chitin, I don't know what that is, fiber from crustacean shells, egg albumin derived from egg whites, fish oil, gelatin, which, I won't describe what gelatin is, and isinglass, which is gelatin from fish bladder membranes.
Huh.
So there you go.
So apparently animals are involved. Who knew?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to just getting some Welch's and putting a little yeast in it like in college, waiting a few days or whatever?
I don't know.
You got wine. I mean, there's no filtering it through, shells of any kind.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, it's,
Yeah, I don't know.
We're all food snobs now. So.
I guess, yeah, right.
Seems awfully complicated.
Yeah.
Now, when that college student makes her Welch's wine, they're going to filter it through her hermit crab tank and whatever else.
The hermit crab tank? No. You mean their bong farm.
Yes. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Here's an empty shell. Not bong, actually, it'd be more like a bull farm, but yeah.
Yeah,
I think
knew it.
that it's okay to read that website if you're eating a burger while doing it. No, I mean, I just thought that was amusing. I'm an animal lover, but not that much.
Right.
Yeah, but animals are sure tasty.
Yeah, true.
Hate to say it.
What can you do, right?
Yeah. Cows are cute, but serve me up a steak.
Oh, Tony. Trying to aggravate all the animal lovers out there.
All of our PETA listeners?
Yeah. You never know. We might have one.
No, they all abandoned ship back when we were eating bacon jerky that Tate sent us.
Yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, there is a maple bacon beer at the Flower and Garden Festival going on at Epcot now.
Now, I got to say, I've tried a maple bacon beer before.
Yep, me too.
And it was not, from I think the way I reviewed it was I said it basically tastes like bacon that was slathered in maple syrup that survived the house fire.
So it was extra smoky.
It was just, it was so smoky. I didn't enjoy it at all. And it might have been just the brewery that made it. It was, well,
let's not name them just in case here.
Okay.
Yeah. In fairness.
Just in case we want people to go try their shitty
Just follow, if you want to find out, follow Tony on Untapped.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, it was,
Wait, you do Untapped?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well.
That's actually what I was doing as I added you to this call, was I was checking in the beers I'm drinking.
Yeah, I think that's what the theme park beer review guy I was talking to on Twitter a little bit ago. I was tagging your show on him.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what he was saying. Didn't he say Untapped was what said that the one that's at the festival this year, the maple bacon one, actually got good reviews? That's the site, right? That gives the reviews and everything?
It's like a social network for beer lovers, basically.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. That was the name that he said, I believe, about that this one got good reviews. So maybe it's a different one.
Yeah, it must be.
It probably is. Across the two beer fests that we've been to, there's I think there's been a couple maple bacon beers there, or at least. So there's a lot of beers like that get, various breweries do. So
I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I like bacon, but I'm not usually a fan of bacon flavored things because to me they don't taste like bacon. They just taste like liquid smoke.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Agreed.
Yep.
And I don't like artificial bacon. I also do not like artificial maple flavor.
Oh, very
I like real maple flavor.
Amen to that. Yep.
Yeah.
I love real maple flavor.
Yeah.
But artificial maple flavor is foul and nasty to me.
It's great. My kids, they've basically never known anything but real maple syrup because that's what we do too.
Oh, it's a whole nother animal.
Yeah, so whenever we go to a restaurant that has the fake stuff, they're always like, "It's so sweet, Dad," and because it is. It's just so. That's what I'm looking for. Like cloyingly sweet and
it's like corn syrupy.
Yeah, it's just.
It's more like you took sugar and flavored it with maple, rather.
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, it's. Ugh.
Yeah, give me that sweet, delicious tree blood.
Tree blood.
If it bleeds, Tony wants to eat it. Take that how you will.
And I love maple candy.
Yes.
Yes.
When you cook it down even more until it turns to solid candy. Yummy.
Well, now I got to ask, have you tried maple whiskey?
No, I have not.
It tastes like maple syrup.
It does, yeah.
My only whiskey I've really tried now is that honey, that Seagram 7 dark honey, which was quite good, for me. But no, I haven't tried. Yeah. I might actually like that.
Yeah, if you like maple that much, I mean, it's like maple syrup. Get drunk on maple.
Yeah, it's like selling it as maple syrup, and the fact that you're going to be doing shots or fine pours of it just doesn't seem like a great way of selling it. But at the same time, it is.
I don't think I could do 3 fingers of maple whiskey in a glass.
Right.
But I could mixed with stuff.
You pour it over your pancakes.
Oh, you man. For sure could.
Definitely, yeah. What do you mean could? No. It's the only way I eat pancakes now.
Yeah. Some maple whiskey on your pancakes with a big dollop of whipped cream.
Yep.
Brunch.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
It is.
It actually is, because it would cook down really well.
Yeah, well, so when we have a night of drinking and gaming and Jeannie goes, "I'm making 3 a.m. waffles." Now we're talking.
And you're going to call me up, right?
Well, yeah, I'll Skype you. I'll be like, "Hey, look what I'm doing.
This is awesome."
I'll get out my Cinderella waffle iron. Whip up some of those puppies with
nice.
Little. I think you can put maple whiskey on the Cinderella waffles. I don't think there's anything against that.
No. It's
no. Especially if the kids need a nap. It's perfect.
Right.
I don't have any kids, but I might need a nap.
Whatever.
Oh, I was just being selfish, thinking man, I can finally play some video games or something.
But you'd be too busy eating waffles with
maple
whiskey. I want to play video games, but ow.
Yeah. I got all these waffles right here.
You're just drinking it out of the gravy boat,
Well, there's another question. Now, do you warm the maple whiskey so that it's heated for your waffles and pancakes? Or do you just go straight out of the bottle? If you cook it down, like you were saying, you're going to cook the alcohol off, so you can't reduce it down.
That's a great question. I'm going to have to say you got to warm it slightly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cook out the alcohol, but melts the butter, so you just get the same effect.
Okay.
Right?
I agree, yeah.
You could you can make like a maple whiskey butter, like mix it together or something.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now.
I know, right?
God, so am I.
We're talking about breakfast, Tony.
No, this is brunchy. This is brunchy. This is drunk food.
It's close enough. Drunk food. It's close enough to breakfast for Tony, though. It's all he's going to be talking about for the next 3 days.
That's true. I get locked in on breakfast.
We had one of our shows where we just casually mentioned breakfast, and for the next half hour, Tony just keeps bringing up breakfast things.
Yeah, now I'm thinking, can you glaze the bacon in the maple whiskey?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I was thinking of donuts too, but bacon.
Oh God, now we're bringing donuts to the party? What?
Of course. I didn't know anything wasn't invited here. I thought it was open table. But
I mean,
are we
donuts for show nuts?
Are we spiking the coffee with some maple whiskey too?
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
I'm more of a Bailey's fan, but I'm willing to give it a whirl.
I'm more of a spiking the whiskey with coffee kind of guy, but because I don't like coffee.
All right, well, next time you guys come to Disney, we're doing brunch. Well, okay, like Denny's at 2 a.m. because I really don't. I'm not a morning person.
No, me either.
So, yeah.
As evidenced by our late night Twitter feed.
Yeah, it's all Bryan.
I have been trying to get onto a normal human schedule. Way to enable my not being a grown-up.
That is exactly what I'm here for.
It's not all it's cracked up to be.
It's not. All I keep hearing are bad reviews. So until I hear something better, I'm sticking with what I know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Is the no growing up phase is much better, right?
I still go to Toys R Us all the time. That's right.
Do you have children?
Nope.
Just his inner one.
Right. My inner child likes to get drunk. Yay. Wait. Oh, man. All right. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And do you have any other questions about the book that may or may not require alcohol, discussion?
I don't know. We've kind of been revolving all around alcohol.
That's true. We have.
This podcast
it really has.
Well, see, I've done so many shows that this is much more entertaining for me right now.
Well, you said Well, let me ask you this. You said that you wanted to ask us something about beer. Have you already asked it, or?
I was going to ask for your recommendations, like your favorites. And Tony, I don't want anything IPA related, so don't even go there.
Oh, no problem.
I mean, unless you think there is some particular IPA that is going to be different in my world.
There isn't.
I do not know why I don't like them. I just know.
I'm with you. I don't like them either.
They always have that hoppy, bitter, grapefruity end to them.
Yes.
So. Is that what it is? Well, you know what? I've had grapefruit beer at Epcot, and it was good. Yeah. And I don't like grapefruit. And
also true.
At all. But this stuff was... It was very refreshing, and I didn't feel bad about drinking it at 11 a.m.
Why would you? That's just a late night for me.
Yeah.
Or an early start for me.
Right. That's why I laugh when people are like, oh, I'm day drinking. I'm like, who stopped at noon? I mean, come on.
But, okay, I want... beer recommendations. Keep in mind that I am my tops right now are Guinness. It's called Boatswain Chocolate Stout that I get at Trader Joe's, and I love Warsteiner Dunkel. Those are my favorites. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you could get it, I would say Decadent Eagle.
I knew it. That's
still my favorite beer.
I swear I just heard you talking about that on the beer show.
It was so good.
I wish I could get my
grubby paws on it.
When he smiled when you said it, I knew you were going to go that way.
It's a stout from Grand Rapids Brewing that they only serve in their tap house. They don't bottle it.
Unfortunately.
And it's a stout that they first age in bourbon barrels, and then they age it in vanilla barrels.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's amazing.
And we were told the story that it actually came about when they were trying to recreate
the Distinguished Eagle.
Yeah, which they had done the year before and won or done really well in the
it was like silver in the World Beer Cup.
Yeah, and they tried to recreate it, but they couldn't get the same barrels, so it had a slightly different taste, but it's still fantastic.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
So what you're telling me is something that I can't possibly get anywhere.
Well, no.
That's what I said. If you could get it.
Hold on. You can get it. You just have to come up to Grand Rapids, brewery, and we'll meet you up there. We'll, I'm moving there anyway. So.
To the brewery?
Yes. I'm going to live in the, basement of the brewery. I'm going to be like Phantom of the Opera of the place.
He'll just keep popping out of barrels.
Yeah, that's pretty close to accurate. Yeah.
Do you like coffee?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I don't know because I'm so much of a like craft brew guy that I don't know where certain beers are distributed.
Yeah, that's always a problem with those.
But if they have it in Florida, there's it's called Yeti. It's by Great Divide Brewing. It's out of Colorado, and it's like a chocolate coffee stout, and it's awesome. And it's like a 9.5 or 10% beer, so it'll jack you up too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But it's a very tasty stout.
See,
it's great for breakfast.
The stouts to me, like, I love that kind of coffee aftertaste.
Yes.
For them.
Yeah.
You know, I really like that note of like feeling like I'm drinking the coffee, you know. So I think that's what I like about the Trader Joe one is that, although I love Guinness, Guinness has that whole settling effect and everything whenever you have it poured. This it doesn't have all of that fizz going on.
It's Guinness is nitrogen instead of carbon dioxide.
Well, yeah. So this is actually so much smoother. It's just it doesn't have all that, and I kind of like that. I like that it's giving me more of the feel of drinking coffee. Not that it's flat, but it definitely doesn't have all of that going on. And I prefer that. I guess flatter taste. I guess flatter.
Like more of the coffee.
Yeah.
I can see that because a lot of those stouts are, and I'm not a huge stout
very
fan,
rich.
but a lot of them. It's weird how like the chocolate coffee stouts, like it's interesting to me like how different each one tends to be. There's a lot of them that have more chocolate notes. There's some that have, and those are the ones I gravitate towards because I don't really like coffee. So it's, but yeah, I can't remember. There was one at Beer Fest that we had, or that weekend that there was a chocolate coffee stout that I was like, oh my God, I can't, like, it's so, like, there's not a bitter back end to it, but it had a chocolate and coffee note to it.
Yeah, this has no
Was that Decadent Eagle, Tony?
That wasn't very coffee.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Yeah.
There was one.
I also had a chocolate Rogue. It was chocolate stout from from Rogue.
Brewing.
Right.
Yeah, that actually was surprisingly good to me. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I drank quite a bit of that at the Food and Wine Festival one year.
Yeah,
quite a bit.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens. Like, oh, hey, this tastes good, and then it's like, wow, I drank a lot of that this weekend, or whatever.
I think the best thing now is with the age we're in now is the craft brewing in America is so blown up.
Yeah.
That you can just find great beer everywhere.
That's true.
I mean, I could give you a ton of recommendations. Like, like there's a Southern Tier makes a 2X. It's called 2X Presso. It's like it's heavily a coffee beer, but I just don't know where it's distributed.
Does it have coffee in it?
Yeah,
it actually has coffee in it.
Yeah. Well, like in Toledo, which is the city we live right just north of, there's a brewery that we frequent quite a lot. And they have, it's called their Total Eclipse Breakfast Stout. And they actually use coffee from a local coffee roaster, too, to brew it.
It's like, if we put the word breakfast in it, it's totally fine for...
Oh, yeah, well, because it tastes so coffee that it is like breakfast.
At what percentage?
It's like a 9 or a 10 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty high percentage beer.
Yeah. As are most of those. Yeah.
Stay drunk through the night.
Yeah, but they're so good.
That one is a good one. And again, I'm not a huge stout fan, but that one is a good one.
That's a strong one.
What are your favorites, Brian? What do you like?
I actually just found from Beer Fest that I'm falling more into the like brown ale category, which is probably not like one of the more popular categories.
Like what you would consider like a Newcastle?
Yeah, actually, Newcastle's it's a perfect example from what I've read online. It's one of the higher rated ones, which I didn't know. But like tonight, I'm drinking.
I love Newcastle. It's not my go-to,
right?
But if the dark stouts aren't around, I definitely will choose that as the next one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like when we were at Grand Rapids, they had one called was it John Wall Brown? Or
John
no, John Brown.
Ball Brown.
John Ball Brown. Yeah, I keep getting it all. I'm just getting it all mixed up. But then that was a brown ale that I drank a bunch of them while we were at that place. So, but like tonight I'm drinking Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they make like a stout of it as well, but I like for me, it's too much. But because again, I'm not a huge stout fan. So I tend to be more of an ale person, and this one definitely hits me. Well, this is what, like 8.9%, so it's, whatever. But yeah, it was an ale that's aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels. So
okay, so if somebody gave each of you like a Bud Light, what would you say?
I'd probably shake my head and look at it, very disappointed, and then open it up and drink it.
I was going to say, I will say in fairness that I will drink those kind of beers. Usually it depends on the night. Like, a good example, Tony and I went to a concert, and we started drinking craft beers that night, and then we were like, dude, craft beers are like $6 for a bottle. The other beers are, what, $2.50 or whatever?
Yeah, $2.50,
we're like,
$2.
time to PBR it up.
Yeah, no, we just drank PBR the rest of the night.
So,
yeah, I mean, I will call myself a beer snob, but I'm not opposed to drinking that low-rent stuff.
They do have their places, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I know a lot of guys who they just like that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can pound down a lot more of it.
Oh, for sure. Like on a night, if I'm drinking this Kentucky bourbon barrel, most nights I'm not going to knock 10 or some of these back, but Bud Lights I probably could knock 8 to 10 of them without much of an issue because it's, watered down.
Yeah.
This will put me on my ass. Well, yeah, I was trying to think that there was a night I drank about 8 of them, and they messed me up pretty good, so...
I don't know. I have a hard time drinking beer that just doesn't taste awesome now. I've had too much good beer.
Yeah.
It's
kind of like food, when you grow up and you eat food that you think tastes good, and then you have food that's
you get a
prepared.
frozen chicken nugget, and it's not going to do it for you.
Right,
yeah, it's just like, this is not what I wanted.
Not at all. Not at all.
What is this guy? And then you just end up with your glass of water and call it gin.
Yes.
Yes. Way to circle it back around.
Yes. I like it.
Thank you.
Well done.
I'm here all night.
Well, I guess you want to throw out your plugs and whatnot, and
yeah.
I will throw out my plugs for all the people who have stayed around for the beer chat, who might want to also enjoy some erotica stories or listen to me tell them some sexy bedtime stories, depending on what format you get. Okay. So you can find me on Twitter and on Facebook at Blu Carson, BluCarson. And you can find all the contests, links to books, links to all the shows I'm on, and things like that. Photos that may relate to some of the stories in the book, if you are a picture person, and of course the Dark Rides Diary, where readers, and I welcome everybody to submit their own little adventures on the blog. You can find that at blucarson.blogspot.com. And if you would like to purchase the book, it's Blu Carson, and you can look for Dark Rides, Erotic Disney Theme Park Adventure. But if you just pull up Blu Carson Dark Rides, Amazon, iTunes, Barnes & Noble, there's ebook version, paperback version, audio version, everything you want, everywhere fine erotica books are sold. And from what I understand, it's pretty decent, up to 25-star reviews right now. And it was number 5 on erotica bestseller list, second day it was out on Amazon. So, and if you would like specially signed paperback copies, where I will put a little message in for you, I will put a couple pretty little red lipstick smooches in it for you, and a couple of the free VIP Dark Rides Adventure cards in it. You can go to Bamboo Forest Publishing, to the store link there, and find the signed books can only be found there. So that's all of my plugs. So everybody find me. If you find me on Twitter, you could message me. Say hi.
Right. We'll have all those links in the show notes and on the website.
Absolutely.
As well as we usually do.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun, and now I'm hungry.
I know.
For boozy waffles.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Damn it. Starving for waffles and alcohol.
mapley goodness. You know it's going to end up, I just go like pop an Eggo in the toaster and like, grab that honey whiskey, and that's going to be the night. It's going to be all.
You just get a cup of the honey whiskey and just dip the waffle in it.
Yeah.
And just,
dipping sticks.
Right? Yeah. You're all set. Right
yeah.
there. Yeah.
It's,
maybe a little butter or something. I don't know if you need it. Probably not, but
I just sit here on Twitter with my, pathetic little Eggo and my honey whiskey.
I think the honey whiskey brings it up a few notches, though.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It definitely classes the Eggo up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to bring that up any better. I just don't. I'm like, how could I make this a little more ladylike? And I'm drawing a blank.
Pinky's up.
Yeah, right?
Oh. So, you know what? I'll cut the Eggo into triangles.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice. See, I just roll it up like a savage and just cram the whole thing in my face.
Oh, well, I can't possibly. I couldn't possibly.
Right.
I don't want to, like, dribble the honey whiskey.
Right. I'd be eating it like I'm a 3-year-old.
It's like all down your shirt.
Yeah, it's the way I eat everything.
Yeah.
It's like licking it up off your hands.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, we don't need napkins here. We just lick our hands clean.
Damn right.
Yeah, it is Michigan.
Well, I just wipe them on me. I trim my beard so I don't have as much as I did, but otherwise I just use that as a napkin,
Just desperately suck the whiskey out of your shirt where it's spilled.
Yes. That's how life, that's the key to a good life.
Class.
Yeah.
Class act.
Yeah.
Yes, I will make sure that my Eggos are cut into triangles and my pinky is up.
Perfect.
While I dunk them into boozy honey whiskey and sit alone.
I gotta say, if you try the Eggos and the boozy honey whiskey, I seriously need a review.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm that hungry at this moment.
All right.
I am, but I don't have any
I'll give
Eggos.
you a review.
Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow's Saturday, so I'm thinking
True.
this could happen. I'm thinking if I call it brunch, it won't be as pathetic.
No.
Sure.
Have a Bloody Mary with it. Get extra
Bloody
whack.
Let's have a Bloody Mary chaser with the honey whiskey. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good career move. The two together.
That's fine.
I don't know, man.
Set Saturday in the right mood.
Oh, you're right. What was I thinking?
I'll be expecting you to rush down here whenever I need the trip to when I need somebody basically to hold my hair back while I'm vomiting. That's where it's going to go.
It's fair. I'll just bring a chip clip and take care of it. Just clip it back with a chip clip and, I'll be like, hey, you got any more of that booze? Yeah.
You won't be needing the rest of this.
Right.
Now,
There's a reason
you?
I'm single. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you say that to all the girls, don't you?
I do. Right before I drink all their booze and leave them with chip clips.
I'll be here for you, I'll be here for you.
Yep.
And then you just whip out your chip clip
Right.
for their hair.
Yeah.
Steal their booze.
I got you, girl. Oh, man.
Oh,
Never
shit.
drinking with you again.
So says this restraining order.
Right? Damn it, not another one.
Now let's go to Disney.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh, well, I don't know. I think on that note, Brian.
Yeah, I don't know what else we could talk about without more booze. So, yeah.
No, I got to get some.
I was just saying that because I'm out of beer. But,
need the prices right. Dun, 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 dun.
sad
Yeah,
trombone.
I don't have my soundboard hooked up yet.
Yeah, usually what we do on the show is Tony usually has sad trombone set up for me because I always claim that that's my theme music.
Good old sad trombone.
Yep. So, thanks for joining us, though. This was definitely a blast. And again, everyone go check out her page, her blog, and buy all the books. Buy all the versions, not just one. Buy all the versions. And if you're buying them through Amazon, of course, go to saltylanguage.com first. and then click on the Amazon banner and then buy it.
It's true.
Go to saltylanguage.com. Click on the Amazon link. Go find Dark Rides in every format and get it for that stuck-up person in the office who you know needs this book to lighten up. Throw it on their desk. Nobody will know.
Exactly.
We all work with that person.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all know who they are.
Right.
Yes.
And if you don't work with that person, then it's you. Right?
And you probably stopped listening to this show around the time he was looking up PETA.
Yeah, that's true. That's fine. They're jerks anyways. We don't want them. Yeah.
So you can thank us later for your free copy of the book.
Right? Yeah. If you've received a free copy of the book, let us know because we want to laugh at you.
The Kindle version's only $2.99, so get that.
See? Exactly.
So, and I will dirty talk to you on the audio version, so get that too.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Do not operate heavy machinery or drive your vehicle while listening to the audiobook. That is my disclaimer.
It's probably a good idea.
It's probably I've gotten reports. Don't do it.
It's been a show full of disclaimers.
Yeah, I know,
Don't,
right?
I love it.
Well, I'm learning as I go along.
Hey,
They're
listen.
adding up each time.
Safety first, and we're all about the kids on this show, So
True.
What?
we're all about the kids, keeping everybody safe,
Yeah. So I brought up my uncle molesting me and feeding him boozy waffles.
I made the awkward "It's a Small world" reference.
And we know why he doesn't have kids.
And, of course, the creepy van in the very beginning.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, I was drawn to your creepy van, so
Exactly.
that's why I wanted to be on the show.
It is like the Holy Grail.
I was hoping for some free candy to be sent to me after the show.
No, we'll see about getting you a beard and glasses, though.
I would like that because I want to fit in.
Right. Like maybe a candy beard would be,
Ooh,
the way
gummy
to go.
beard.
Or gummy beard.
Does that exist?
I don't know. It should.
It seems kind of odd, though. You're trying to almost eat your face the whole time you're wearing it.
No, Brian, Google. Or maybe somebody else is.
Oh, fine. Hold on.
Are you doing this one? All right.
Yeah.
Somebody else may try and eat your face.
That's true. That could. Well, it's it's kind of like at Beer Fest, I guess, with the necklaces, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Just having strangers eat things off of your face and or neck.
I could work that into a story pretty easily.
Yeah.
No one makes a gummy beard.
What?
It's very disappointing.
That's very disappointing.
I think you've just found your marketing for the show.
Really.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And it could be beer flavored.
Right. New and copyrighted from Tony Co. Ooh.
This has just been a brainstorming wonder tonight, has it not?
Yeah.
Well, we tend to workshop on the show constantly.
It's true. We never do anything with the ideas, but we always workshop them.
Also true.
Well, maybe somebody who actually has some life motivation out there will hear this.
Oh, it's going to happen sooner or later. One of these times we're going to throw something at the wall, and someone's going to go, that's actually a really good idea, and make it. And
maybe they'll cut you in for a percentage.
Probably not.
It'll be 4 months later. We'll see the commercial on TV and be like, God damn it.
No, do you know what's going to happen is they'll send us a message and be like, hey, can I come on your podcast? Like, come on.
Yes, I got half of my story ideas from listening to your earlier shows.
Right, see?
Just so you know.
That's fine, yeah.
That's why there's so much booze involved.
Right, hey, whatever we can do to help, We're all about helping people out with their adventures,
Yeah, sharing.
Sharing, exactly.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Right.
Sharing is caring.
So.
All right, well, thanks again for joining us, and we'll have to have you back sometime, and, we'll...
Yeah, Volume 2, right?
Volume 2, right? Yeah.
Volume 2, yes.
All right, then.
As soon as my brain recovers from Volume 1,
Yeah, right.
I will be on to Volume 2. So the people demand it.
Exactly.
People demand it.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's gonna wrap us up then. So
Thank you for having me on the show. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
That's the way we like to leave everybody. Hungry.
Very hungry, and I wish I was drunk.
Yeah.
So you've done your job.
Right.
You've done your job.
Yeah, mission accomplished.
Yep.
We hope everyone that listened is also drunk and wanting to go eat waffles.
And go buy your book. That way they'll be drunk, want to eat waffles, and horny. We're just not helping people tonight, are we?
No, we kind of are.
All right, you're right. We are.
You just described everybody at Waffle House right now.
That's true, actually. You're probably right. Damn it.
That's a damn good point.
Where's the Waffle House audience? Those are my people.
That's like 2 weeks in a row we've mentioned Waffle House. They should be paying us.
It's true.
I don't like it.
I think you should get on it. I think we all need to get on Waffle House about sponsorship.
Right. You're right. We need to be the official podcast of Waffle House.
Mm-hmm.
Wafflecast.
And my audiobook needs to be playing in there as the soundtrack.
That would be interesting to just go and sit in there and watch people as it's playing just to see the reactions of them.
Just boot it up in the jukebox.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently from the comments I've gotten to keep holding the show over, but I did get a reader actually write to me and say, "I love the way you say fuck." So,
nice.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure which context it's in, but I do say that word quite a bit in the book. So,
in the book, right, yeah. It's a word that comes up a lot in my conversations. So
I don't normally say it too much in conversation, but in the heat of the moment, it seems appropriate.
Absolutely. It's one of those words, like I've always said, it's one of those words that when it's appropriate, there is no other word that's appropriate then.
Agreed.
You know, when you have to yell that out, that's the only thing that works. So
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like the Swiss Army knife of words.
It is. Absolutely.
And yes, I use it very sparingly, so whenever I use it, people know I mean business.
It has an impact.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So buy the book and you can hear it.
Right?
Or read about it.
Oh, my.
All right, well, good night, guys.
Yep.
Good night. It was a lot of fun. Thanks again.
Thanks a lot. All right, well, that was a good interview. I had a good time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with Blue.
Yep, absolutely. Again, we'll have the links over at the website, which is saltylanguage.com, of course, which you already knew because you're good boys and girls.
Damn straight. Loyal minions.
And if you're not, go buy her book. No, either way, go buy her book. It's like she said, the Kindle version's on the cheap, and you can listen to her read it to you if you'd like, or
It's probably a good call.
Right? I mean, seriously, you can just lay there, and, that gives you hands-free if you catch my drift.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
You can be driving.
No, she said no driving while reading the book. Right?
Oh, yeah, you can brush your teeth.
Unless you're a rule... brush your teeth. Unless you're a rule breaker,
Well, it's true.
Right.
Hardcore rebel.
Right. Or a beer drinker. Hellraiser is,
Dude, I was listening to that song earlier this morning.
Of course you were.
little ZZ Top Trace Hombres.
Yeah, you'll do that. All right. Well, I guess that's all we got for you. Hope you enjoyed. Another different, show than what we normally do. So
Yeah. First female guest on The Enthusiast, too, now that I think about
Official guest, yeah, because we have had females on the show, but this is the first
I don't consider you a guest. You're more like a guest host.
Right. I agree. Anyone who was part of the Beer Fest thing, they're a host.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
sorry.
That's how I feel the same way.
For that episode, yeah.
Yeah.
And, I don't really have anything else. Do you? I mean, aside from...
Have a beer, you'll be fine?
I mean... I kind of want to just go enthusiast this.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Because Annalise started that, and I think that's just the show. Well, I mean, we should probably still say salty and whatever. And we could just add another one, I guess. I don't know, whatever.
No, I think you're right. It is a different show. It's like a different branch of the Salty Language tree.
It is. I mean, I will say before we completely wrap it up, go to saltylanguage.com, as we always tell you. All the links, all the whatnots there. Get all the back episodes. Make sure you check out all the interviews, because... whatever. If you're new to our show because of The Enthusiast, please check out, our normal shows, because we don't have guests generally, but it's just us being idiots. So that's good.
Pretty good at it, really.
We're really good at it. Yeah, we are. We should be getting paid. Yeah.
I meant being idiots.
Yeah, that's what I meant too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's why I said we should be getting paid for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Well, that's all I got.
Yeah, same here. So I guess enthusiast this or that.
Like you can't say it that way, because you can't question mark it at the end.
I really just need to pull the Annalise.
Yeah, you know what? You really do. We need to have that clip and just play that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Just be like, enthusiast this.
So in fact, I'm just going to pull it and I'll send it to you. So it'll be right about now.
Enthusiast this. Hey listeners, this is Jedi from over at Geek Dig, the second sexiest podcast on the network, and proud Salty Language Patreon. These guys do a hell of a job, don't they? Well, go help them out. Not right now, you gotta finish listening to this episode, but as soon as you're done listening, here's what you do. Go to saltylanguage.com, scroll to the bottom of the page, and click the link that says, I want to be a supporter. From there, it's up to you. So, go back to listening. Remember, when it comes time to take over the world, make sure you're on the geek side.
And now, a reading from Dark Rides Volume 1 by Blu Carson. Adventure 3, The Birthday Present. As the car entered the Indiana Jones room, Jake put his arms in the air like he was on a roller coaster. While Bryn sucked his cock, he sang along with the Indiana Jones theme music, very loudly. Da 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 da, da da da, da 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 da, da da da. Bryn's mumbled monotone voice rang out from the speakers, while she stayed curled up on the floor. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Jake's arms dropped quickly when he heard her, and I nearly fell off the seat from laughing so hard. The next room of the attraction was designed to look like a temple. Bryn was required to exit the car and climb up the temple to switch places with Holly. We stopped, and Bryn stood up from between Jake's legs. His head fell back against the seat. I saw his chest heaving as he took in deep breaths and attempted to recover. I sat on the edge of the seat behind him and ran my hands down over his chest. He moaned as I kissed along his neck. Having fun, birthday boy? This is so fucked up. It's the best birthday ever. There's still more. Move back here with me. I want to play too. Jake jumped up, and I saw his dick was bulging at the seams. I knew he was ready to come. We kissed and fondled each other like teenagers in the backseat of a car. His hands explored under my dress. I stroked his well-sucked dick. We clawed at each other. We hardly noticed when Holly returned as our tour guide, until the ride car started to move again. Holly continued doing her squeaky, bubbly, overacted spiel. She and Bryn were flawless in their ability to mix work and play. If you want to hear more of this sultry tale, make sure you go to blucarson.blogspot.com and pick up a copy of Dark Rides, Volume 1.